anything, that was kind of my biggest issue. Well, okay, that was on the laundry list of all my issues of the '90s Spider-Man cartoon, which I'm gonna have a lot of flack for this, but it's just that show is just one of those shows where I look back at it and it was definitely something I appreciated more as a kid than I do now. I watched it. I didn't grow up with it while I was running in the '90s. I just watched reruns of it and stuff like that. But at the time, for me, it was like, oh, Spider-Man, the cartoon, that's really good. But one of my problems with it was that it didn't look anything different from X-Men or Batman, or to phrase it a little bit more better, it just seemed like it looked like every other cartoon superhero, comic book cartoon at the time, like Batman and X-Men, or whichever one's getting right now. And it tried to be like that, and it failed pretty much miserably. Um, it, and it got really fucking weird at times. Like it got really fucking dumb and stupid. Um, like this future episode, like later episode, would be more like, oh hey, here's a new superhero that Spider-Man's gonna team up with this week, like Blade or Daredevil, and it never focused on Spider-Man. That's why I fucking love this show so much, because it's actually about Spider-Man. Who would have fucking thunk it? I mean, Spectacular Spider-Man about Spider-Man? Oh my god, how revolutionary. It's actually about Spider-Man. And it's not just about Spider-Man and him, fighting the newest villain of the week or whatever. It's actually about Peter Parker, how all the decisions that he makes as Spider-Man and as Peter Parker, well, as Spider-Man, affect his life. Like, he can, get a lot of appreciation as Spider-Man. Actually, hell, he doesn't even get that, but he still gets crapped on as Peter Parker. In fact, that's the reason why I love Spider-Man 2 so much. The good Spider-Man 2, not the shitty new Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2004. That's the reason why I love that movie so much, is that Peter Parker just doesn't get a fucking break. Like, that's why we like this character so much, is that even though nobody appreciates him, he's gonna go on and fight around with Spider-Man, because that's what a real hero would do. That's what this show perfectly emphasizes. Is at one point he actually wants to get rid of his powers, and he decides not to, because it's not all about getting recognition. It's just about doing what's right. And that right there sums up Spider-Man. The reason why I love him as a character, why he's one of my favorite superheroes, or just characters ever written. He's just that great. It's actually about Spider-Man. That's what I really appreciate about this show. It's not about selling toys or whatever merchandise is available. It's just about telling the story of Spider-Man in an animated form, and that's really really good. As well as telling us the Spider-Man's great story. If it would have gone on for a couple more seasons, like 5, maybe it was like 10 to do, it would have been really good. In fact, they were this fucking close to getting a season 3. This fucking close, but the whole Disney Marvel merger, they, I guess, sort of put the kibosh on this, and this just got canceled. So yeah, if there is any bad to come with the whole Disney Marvel merger, it's, well, the show got axed, and that's really, really, really sad. Um, Depressing, in my opinion. Um, and also with the whole, Spider-Man reboot, with the movies and stuff like that, they wanted to just do the stage, have a cartoon out. Okay, it's not really soon, but with all that going on, the show got canceled, and that's really sad. Same thing with Wolverine and the X-Men, same with that. Disney Marvel merger and the X-Men movies, just kind of canceled it. But they came this close to season 3, and they actually did discuss what would have been season 3. There's a couple things, and you want to know the villains that were going to be in season 3 if they got renewed for third season? Hobgoblin, Hydro Man, Carnage, and I believe Scorpion. Yeah, Scorpion. Those 4 villains were going to be introduced in that season. And you want to know what really fucking pisses me off about that? It's not that they were just going to show up in season 3 and that would have been that was their introduction. They were already set up in season 2 of this show. They were already set up. They already had their own little cameos. They already had their own little walk-bys or whatever. They were already set up. So that's what really fucking pisses me off about this show, is that, all these characters, some of the some of my favorite fucking Spider-Man villains of all time never got their due with this show, which really proves they would have been probably some of the best versions of those characters, if not the best versions of those characters. And that really fucking pisses me off. It would have been bad enough if they just said, yeah, we were going to have them in season 3, but we just never got around to them. No, they have them in season 2, just never got to actually getting them in the costumes in the next season. That's so, it's so close and yet so far away, and that just fucking irritates the shit out of me. Those were like the four of my favorite Spider-Man villains of all time. Never got to them. Fuck you, whoever the fuck got here and canceled this show. And don't say it was because, no one watched it. Plenty of people watched it. They just never advertised it. It got switched from like the CW, like 4Kids channel or something like that, and they got switched to Disney XD, and then they canceled it. Now we have Ultimate Spider-Man, which I'll get to later. But what else about this show? Well, the voice cast for one was definitely fucking phenomenal. Again, bringing a Batman animated series comparison. The main voice actor for Spider-Man, Josh Keaton. What Kevin Conroy is Batman, Josh Keaton for me is Spider-Man. Anytime I read a Spider-Man comic, I hear that voice whenever I read the character's lines. He just sums up vocally, perfectly, who Spider-Man is and who Peter Parker is. And he delivers some of the funniest things that Spider-Man will ever say, ever. I don't think they've ever captured Spider-Man's humor more perfectly than this. There are actual moments in this show, multiple times in multiple episodes, where I actually busted up just laughing for minutes, and that's really impressive. Not even the comic books, not even the movies, not even any of the video games could actually get me to do that, but the show really did. You'll actually be quoting, and you'll be quoting some of the lines that he says in the show. And I think it has a lot to do with just how good of a voice actor Josh Keaton really is. He's also the voice of Hal Jordan in Green Lantern the animated series. His voice fits for that character just as much as it fits here, and he does a great fucking job. My favorite Spider-Man, my favorite actor to play Spider-Man, just to date. There was also some other great voice actors, like I mentioned, Steve Blum as Green Goblin, Bradley Baker as Dr. Connors, Kirk Connors, the Lizard, a bunch of other big ones. Can't really remember off the top of my head right now. There's some great voice acting overall for the show. The animation, like I said, I really like, just personally. And I like this show because it's not your average baby bullshit, cartoon like Ultimate Spider-Man. That's the main reason why I hate Ultimate Spider-Man. It's got canceled and got replaced by a bunch of baby bullshit. That's pretty much what I like. Ultimate Spider-Man is what I like to think people thought they were gonna get with Ultimate Spectacular Spider-Man, and that's really sad because Ultimate Spider-Man had a lot of potential to be, to surpass the show. I mean, the people that were working behind it, Paul Dini, Jeff Loeb, Man of Action, these are all really good people, and then they just shadow over this show, and that's really fucking disrespectful in my opinion. And guess what? One of the main guys working behind this show was one of the main guys who was working behind Young Justice. So yeah, no wonder I fucking love this show so much, because it's by the same creators, by the same producers. Oh, it's my favorite animated TV show / favorite TV show of all time. So yeah, if you really want a seal of approval, my seal of approval, this is the definitive Spider-Man show, definitive Spider-Man story ever. And what's kind of sad about that, but also very, very impressive about that, is that this was not even a complete series. The whole complete series thing I'm talking about is bullshit. It's not complete. If it was complete, it would have gotten canceled. But with just 2 seasons, 26 episodes, and it was canceled before it could even finish its story, this ended up being my favorite Spider-Man show, favorite Spider-Man anything of all time. I like this better than any of the comics, better than any of the movies, video games, any other previous cartoons. This is it. This is truly the most respectful, the most faithful, the most fucking fun that you'll ever have with anything Spider-Man. Another thing I really liked about it before I go is when I first watched this show, I was only like 8 when the show first came on. I wasn't a big Spider-Man fan. What I had known came from the movies and from some of the other cartoons. This show is so fucking, like I said, faithful, but faithful to the original comic books that it was based off of. It's not based off of the Ultimate Comics. It's more based off of, well, right there it says the Stan Lee, Steve Ditko, the very first Spider-Man comics, the 60s. And that really is, again, like I said, faithful. If you're going to do any Spider-Man comic, you're going to adapt any version, adapt where it all began. They do take some elements from Ultimate Comics, like the way that Kraven is handled, which I thought was really a nice touch, and actually thought that's the way that he should have been done for years, so I'm glad they went that route. But they do take heavily a lot of characters, a lot of storylines from the original Steve Ditko comics, the Stan Lee comics. We even have a couple of little nods to the Sin Eater. What's the one? The Big Band. That was also something I really liked. So now having a more mature perspective on it, I do really appreciate this as an adaptation of Spider-Man. Just as its own standalone Spider-Man series, it's fucking great. I really can't get enough of this show. And if you are a Spider-Man fan of any kind, just a casual fan, you need to have this right here. This is the Blu-ray complete series right here. They have the whole show on DVD in like individual volumes, but you'll probably end up spending like close to $50 on just getting individual DVDs. You only spend like half of that on this. This is only like $25 right now, and that is worth every goddamn penny because this is really the Spider-Man show. This is something that every Spider-Man fan needs to have, and it could have been worse. It could have really never released a show on Blu-ray, just had the individual DVDs, but now they were nice enough to show everything. And actually, the Blu-ray quality is fucking amazing. Another thing I like about this animation is that the colors are so vibrant. They really do stick out. The Blu-ray just helps that immensely. But a downside to the Blu-rays is that the special features are only the special features released on the certain versions of the individual volume DVDs, and that is kind of disappointing. I was actually kind of hoping for something like the commentary tracks or whatever. But I guess that's maybe asking for a little bit too much. But overall, Spectacular Spider-Man, my favorite Spider-Man anything. 10 out of 10. I don't really think I'm exaggerating that. That's a really interesting 10 out of 10 show for me. Among many of my favorite TV shows and animated series, just right up there with Batman the animated series, Young Justice, Green Lantern the animated series, just my absolute favorite Spider-Man show of all time. I really don't know how I would actually categorize any of my favorite shows into like the top like what 10, 20 favorite animated shows of all time. I would have like ties at like every spot. There's like so many favorite animated shows, but like that number one would be like 5 shows. All really, but that's about it. Spectacular Spider-Man, as the title entails, truly spectacular series. You need to buy this. You need to watch it. If you have not, then shame on you. Watch it. That's about that for Spectacular Spider-Man, a show I really, for the longest time, wanted to talk about. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. And next, I actually don't know.